Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's me Arpita. So in our today's video I'm going to teach you about the introduction. So in the last video we have gone through what are the historical developments that the optical fiber communication has seen in years. So in my today's video we are going to see the introduction of optical fiber, like what is optical fiber and how it works generally, and a few of the generations of optical fiber, like what are the devices and what are the improvements been made over the years. Okay, so this will be the main concentration of a subject in my today's video. So the people who are watching for the first time my channel, so please go back to the previous video and then please watch this one so that you get good understanding over the concept. So now let's begin. So first we know what is optical fiber. Okay, what is an optical fiber? It's a thin, flexible, or you can say a transparent fiber. Okay, you must have all seen those optical fiber lamps we used to get and we find in the gift shops or in fairs and all. Okay, you must have all seen the optical fiber, how it will be. So it's a transparent wire, transparent fiber that we usually get it in the market, right? So that's an optical fiber, and it's used to transmit the light. Okay, so we can say in one word, optical fiber. An optical fiber is a thin and flexible. If you have seen that, you just know it's very flexible, it's not hard. Okay, you can bend it, flexible, and it's transparent in color. Okay, transparent fiber. So what it is used as, it is used to transmit the light. Okay, you can say in a one word, it acts like a medium. Okay, medium to transmit the light signals, or you can say medium used to transmit the information. Okay, so this will act as a waveguide. Okay, waveguide is nothing but it's a light pipe, you can say, or a medium which is used to transmit the light. It acts as a waveguide, or you can say it also could be called as light pipe. Okay, because it's used to transmit the light. So which could be used to transmit light between the two ends of the fiber, right? So this is the first point which you can give if any introduction for a optical fiber is asked, or you can use it in anywhere in relevant topics. Okay, when asked. So I think you got the idea what is optical fiber. Optical fiber is a thin, flexible, transparent fiber that acts as a waveguide, or you can say that acts as a medium, or you can say it acts as a light pipe which is going to transmit the light, or which is going to help in the propagation of light between the receiver and the transmitter. Okay, it's as simple as that. So in the next point you can just include an optical fiber is widely used in fiber optics communication. Okay, so we have understood the developments that has been made in the field of communication over the years, and you can watch my previous video for that concept. So I think you will get nice hold on how the communication has developed, and what are the advancements made in the communication, and how the optical fiber has brought a huge change in the market of market and the sector of communication. Okay, so here optical fibers, why it's very important, because it's widely used. Okay, optical fiber are widely used widely used in fiber optics. Okay, that's nothing but it's a optical fiber communication in other way. Fiber optics, optic communication. So why are we using here? Because it will transmit the, why it is used over other communication, because it will allow, okay, or it will help us to transmit the information over longer distance. Okay, which helps to transmit, or you can say helps transmission. Okay, helps transmission over longer distance. So in the historical development I had mentioned that in earlier days the transmission was limited only for meters, and with the advancement in semiconductor technology and semiconductor optical technology, what happened, the light was transmitted to the distance of kilometers. Okay, in this way the transmission has made a way to, like, optical fiber implementation has made a way to transmit the information, or made a way for a communication to reach to the longer distance, like. Okay, so and also it has a higher bandwidth. So you have seen in my last video, during the historical developments over the period of time, the data rate, okay, the rate at which the transmission is made, okay, so that is been increased, or that has been made improvements. Okay, so you can say at higher bandwidth. So since the using optical fiber, we can transmit the data at a higher rate, or you can say in one word, at a higher bandwidth. Okay, so it's been widely used than any other form of communication. Okay, than any other form of communication. So this is the second point you can include. Okay, first thing is the introduction. What is optical fiber? It is a thin, flexible, or you can say thin fiber, or flexible fiber, or transparent fiber that acts as a median, or that acts as a waveguide, or you can say light pipe, which is used to just transmit the information from one end to another end. That is nothing but between a receiver and transmitter. You know that any communication has three important components, that is transmitter, median, and receiver, right? So here optical fiber is going to act as a medium. Then next thing is optical fibers are widely used. Why it is widely used over other form of communication? Because it will it has helped us to reach to the longer distance. Okay, means we can transmit the information, or we can transmit the data to the longer distance by using a higher data rate. In the sense, very quickly, in a very short span of time, you can transmit a more information, okay, than any other form of communication. Hence the fiber optics has made its mark in the market, and in the electronics and communication field, like. Okay, so now fibers are used, okay, instead of metal wires. You know that earlier for the transmission we used to use a metal wires. If you have studied the evolution, then you will know. So all the components which are used for a median were of metals. Okay, so now fiber has replaced the metal wires. So fibers are used instead of metal wires because signals travel. Why? Because signals travel along with them with very less loss. Okay, so in the earlier video, okay, in the historical development, even there I just mentioned that in the earlier stage we used to have a higher attenuation, that is nothing but higher loss of data. Okay, it was of around 1000 decibels per kilometer, which has been quite considerably reduced with the introduction of optical fiber in the market to less than 5 decibel per kilometer. So you can see the drastic change in the loss with the implementation or with the introduction of optical fiber in the communication sector. So hence fibers are used over metal wires because they travel along them with very less loss. Okay, with less loss, and or also immune. Okay, in the sense they are not so prone to any disturbances. Okay, you can say they are also immune to electromagnetic interference. Okay, so these were the important 3 points which you could bring it in introduction part of optical system communication or just an optical fiber. Okay, so these 3 points are very major points which you could put in your answers. So I think this will do the job when asked about what are optical fibers or how it is helpful in the communication, or you can compare with any other communication, why it is used over other communication. So these are the points. However you want, you can just use these points and write your answers. Okay, so next I'll be briefly telling you the advancements or changes that has been made over the years. So what were the first generation optical fiber system, and what happened in the next generation, what were the changes made in the devices, what was introduced new, and what brought in changes. Okay, so I'll just briefly go with that, so you can just note down. If any doubts, you can just ping me. You have my number Okay, and people who don't have my number, you can just comment on the, like, you can just leave your queries in the comment section. I'll surely get back to you. Okay, so now coming back to the topic. So the first generation, so I'll just briefly write down the some points, and I'll try to explain. So the first generation of light wave system, that is nothing but optical fiber system. Okay, what it was, it used gallium arsenide semiconductor. So we all know what is gallium arsenide semiconductor, because you had a subject on that, so here there is no need to go in depth. Okay, so the first generation of light wave system, or you can say optical fiber system. Okay, and this optical fiber is called in many names, and so you should be easy with any terms I'll be using, because you have really no idea what the examiner is going to refer, or in the sense address that as. So you should be like, you shouldn't panic when some other name comes up in the question. So it all means the same. So what happens here, the first generation of light wave system uses gallium arsenide. This is a very important point here. Okay, this is very important. Gallium arsenide semiconductor, and operating region. Okay, what happens, operating region was near 0.8 micrometers. Okay, so other specifications are what, first important one is bit rate. Okay, bit rate is nothing but speed. The bit is like nothing but at what rate the information is transmitted. You know that we transmit information at bits per second, right? So this is the bit per rate. So you can see 45 MB per second. Okay, so next is repeater spacing. You know what is repeater spacing? So what happened is, in the first generation, repeater spacing was done, in the sense repeaters were placed at every 10 kilometers. Suppose you had to transmit the information to 100 kilometer, then at every 10 kilometer the repeater spacing would be done, and in that way you know that to transmit the information to 100 kilometer, then you will be in need of at least 9 to 10, right? So you can need 9. So in that way what happened is, you had to invest more on the repeaters, right? So this was gradually reduced over the years and with the advancement in the technology. Okay, so this is your repeater spacing. So now next, when we go to the second generation, what happened there is, let me put down. So in the second generation there was little change in the bit rate. Okay, because it became faster. Bit rates was now 100 MB per second to 1.7 gigabyte per second. Clear? So next is repeater spacing. So repeater spacing was, now earlier they were spacing repeaters, okay, at every 10 kilometer. Now they are placing at 50 kilometer. So you can see from these 10 kilometer to 50, in the sense it's only 2 now. I mean one repeater. Suppose if you want to transmit information from to over 100 kilometer, then how many repeaters you need? Only one you need, right? So at every 50 kilometers, in the sense at this point you're going to place a repeater. But in this case, in earlier case, you will need at least how many? At every 10, at least 9 you need, right? So in this way the reduction of repeaters is being done in over the generation, and this will reduce the cost of implementation of the communication system. Okay, I think you get the idea. Just try to apply practically what they are trying to tell you. Okay, then you will get an idea what the improvements are being made. So next is operating wavelength. Okay, so operating wavelength, so that would be for a second generation 1.3 micrometer. Clear? And what is a semiconductor use? So these are the main important points which are going to differentiate between the different generations of optical fiber. So you can just keep it in mind in short. So this is gallium arsenide phosphor. Okay, so next is third generation. So in the third generation, what happened? So in the third generation, the bit rate, okay, was increased, right? So now it is 10 gigabytes per second. Okay, see here, from 45 it became 100 to 1.7 gigabyte. So here now bitrate is increased, now it is 10 gigabytes. Okay, now presently we have reached terabytes also. So now what is the repeater spacing? Where is the repeater spacing now? See, repeater spacing has moved to 100 kilometer. Okay, see, now if you had to calculate the transmit the information to 100 kilometer, now you don't need any repeaters here, the way you needed for the earlier two generations. So here you don't need any, because for every 100 kilometer they are placing the repeaters. So in this way the cost of repeaters has come down, and even the bitrate has increased, so the transmission happens very fast. Okay, so these are the things which you can relate practically. So another one is operating wavelength. Okay, so operating wavelength is again, it's 1.55 micrometer. Okay, so these are the differences which is over the generations. Okay, so now fourth one, I'm moving fast because this is not so important and you will get it when you read it. Okay, I'm explaining it while writing, so I think you are able to get. Still, if you have any problem, you can let me know, so I will take care in the next video. Okay, so next is bitrate. So for the fourth generation, here the bitrate has moved to 10 terabyte per second. So as I told, we moved to terabyte also. Okay, so this happened. One important thing you can note down here is, this is due to the introduction of WDM technique. So I think you people remember I had told during my communication system classes what is WDM. In fact, for few of the students I had asked the question on WDM. So please recall what I had told. So if you haven't recalled, definitely I'll tell you in the next video. So try to remember. I had spent some time on this, so I hope few of you remember it, because it was very new for you and you were shocked to hear you have another technology, technique in WD, like in all the DMs what we have, TDM and what is it, FDM and all. So you just try to remember it. Okay, so now here in the fourth generation, the repeater spacings are greater than 10,000 kilometer. So now you can see the reduction of the repeaters, okay, over the generation. So next, operating wavelength, it has moved to 1.45 to 1.62 micrometers. Okay, yes. Now last one, fifth generation. So what is in fifth generation? So in the fifth generation we have another technique which is called Raman amplification technique and optical solitaires. Frankly speaking, I don't have much knowledge about this. Actually, this is a very new technology and this is right now running. So if you want more information on this, I can get back to you with this, but as of now we don't need this any information on this when it comes to the exam point of view. But you can just leave one point here. So it is with the use of Raman amplification technique. Okay, this is new technique. Okay, so if you want, I'll get back to you on this with more information in my next video. So now the bitrate, you can see it has moved to 40 to 160 gigabytes per second. Okay, you can convert into terabyte also. So now the repeater spacing, it was 10,000, more than 10,000 kilometer at for every spacing that would be made. Now it has moved to 24,000 kilometer to 35,000 kilometer. Okay, so next one is operating wavelength. Okay, so operating wavelength is what? Now it is 1.53 to 1.57 micrometer. So these are the changes over the generations which the optical fiber has brought in, and with these changes there is improvements made in the communication, and you have already known the practical application of these changes. Okay, and you know like what changes it could have brought in the communications world. Okay, so please relate it to the practical applications and you will be able to relate it. Okay, So I hope this was clear for you all. So in this video I have covered what are the introduction of optical fiber, how it works, why, and what it is exactly, and how it is working, and why it is being used over other form of communication. And next we have seen the 5 generations of optical fiber system, and how it has been made an impact with the advancement or changes in the components, and even with the bitrate and repeater spacing. So I think it's all clear, but still if you have doubt you can leave it in a comment section. I'll surely get back to you. Okay, so see you in the next video. Till then, take care, keep studying. Bye bye.